Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Marcus, you're just too popular to record a podcast.
No, not really. Although, when I got back in service today, my phone did start going ding, 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 ding.
Oh, is that when you saw my call from earlier? Because somehow you called me from up there.
Yeah. I spoke to you.
Yeah. You said when your phone got back into service.
No, I called you when I went to lunch.
Oh. So you were out of the holler.
I'm talking about when I left to come home.
Oh, goodness.
My phone started going crazy. Yeah, no, I know I called you.
Well, because I called you first.
I don't think I ever saw where you called me.
Because it went straight to voicemail. I thought you were returning my call.
Oh, yeah, but no. It's all the messages. I got all the messages. Like, all the text messages, emails, social media alerts.
So everything happened once you finally got back into service today?
Yeah, like, I only got, 3 or 4 when I went to grab lunch. Which is, I called Heather, and I called you.
Yeah.
So, but, for all I know, we're going to be recording this, and Sean's going to send me a message asking if everything made it back okay.
Well, hopefully it did.
No, Sean, the tent did not make it back okay. Do you need to...
I might need to move. Good grief.
Do you have goggles to swim in?
I'm just going to sit in your lap if this keeps going.
It's moving.
Ah, we're good.
But... Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. Look at that spike right there.
Well, it spikes every time you do that.
My name is Marcus and I am your clueless leader. Today we're going to go on a learning journey and I've got Daniel with me.
Hey there.
Miss Muffin is here, but she's inside with Miss Stephanie.
She's inside with the ladies.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just her and Stephanie.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah. So today we're going to talk.
This is another fireside
if we
chat.
need to, we can go over there.
Yeah, we might have to if this wind
You want
keeps
to move
going.
over there real quick?
Yep, I'm going to relocate.
We're going to relocate.
We are having another fireside chat.
Yes. And the smoke is chasing Daniel. So bear with me while we move the studio equipment. Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to have to go on the other side of that.
Yep.
Oh, that was a spike.
Oh, look. Hey, we have somebody else that joins us.
Yeah, but she's going to have to get her own chair.
No, she is a lady. She is not going to have to get her own damn chair.
She's going to sit in the smoke.
No, she's going to be right next to your ass.
Uh-oh.
Act like you married her.
He never thought that.
So this episode will come out Monday.
Yes.
Tuesday is our 14th wedding anniversary.
Well, happy 14th. Good God. 14 years you've put up with this guy.
Right?
Hey.
When did you get sober?
About year 30. So, anyways, today, a very interesting day, and we're going to talk about that. Daniel, do you have your phone with you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I want you to look up something.
Okay.
The name is Dragoo. Dragoo.
Dragoo what?
So I think it's Dragoo. It's like Dragoo Adventure Training. Maybe if you just Google that, it'll
Adventure
come up.
Rider Training.
Okay, Dragoo Adventure Riding Training.
Dart.
Dart for short, but if you look up Dart, it doesn't pull up
Yeah.
that.
BMW certified off-road instructor.
So Bill Dragoo, that's the guy's name.
Yep.
So, does it give a little bit of a bio on who Bill Drago is?
Hold on, let me
Anytime, all these listeners.
look.
We're just waiting on you right now.
About Bill Dragoo.
Yep, give us a little insight.
He was a moto journalist, certified BMW factory trained off-road instructor, safety foundation rider coach. He's actually a flight instructor.
Yeah. He's got many hobbies.
He's a commercial pilot.
So, from what I was told, he really enjoys teaching. Okay?
Looking at this, yes, it seems like that's what he wants to do. He teaches a lot of off-road and other types of classes.
He started a program teaching off-road riding. It was becoming so popular that he can't, like, always be there. Obviously, he's got a lot of other hobbies and stuff, too. And no shade on the game. BMW's been in the adventure market a lot longer than Harley Davidson.
I mean, the GS has been a staple for
Correct.
adventure riders for very, very many years.
So he now has, I don't know, we'll say a handful of certified instructors that work under him. And we have now gotten Dart. Zeke is the lead instructor for the course. He is now teaching our adventure riding course that White Lightning puts on.
Okay. So other than the events that Sean has put on, which is Dirt Days with Sean,
Which is riding, just going out riding.
which is just going out, having an off-road type adventure.
Correct.
So now this is a training how to ride,
Correct.
how to do off-road. And what is the name of this type of event?
Dirt Wayz. Because Sean is real creative.
Look, do they both have Z's at the end?
They do both have Z's at the end. Because Sean said it would be cool with a Z at the end. And I told Sean, I said, Z at the end is just as cool spelling customs with a K.
We're going early 2000s, 1990s on this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
West Coast Customs.
I was about to say it.
WCC.
So
This weekend,
yes.
obviously, was this an event that was sponsored by the White Lightning Harley Davidson dealership here in Chattanooga?
No.
So, what was the purpose of your event this weekend?
5 times a year, White Lightning. So last year they did it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're watching a TV show. So this year we're going to have it 5 times. We're having 4 intermediate, not beginner. Because the thing about beginner course level to an ADV, there's not a such thing.
Yeah.
A beginner in that sense would be learning to ride a motorcycle.
True.
So to take these courses, just like the courses that DART offers, you already have to be a licensed motorcycle rider. You come with your own bike, your own gear, all those types of things. They just offer an instructor-led course to teach you to better operate your motorcycle off-road.
Which makes sense. I mean, any of us can buy a motorcycle to go off-road to do something like that. And 9 times out of 10, we'd be perfectly capable of just going down a fire road or something like that, or even some light trails.
But even then, what they teach pushes you beyond. And I don't mean beyond being able to just do a fire road. Pushes you beyond the point of what you are already capable, even when it comes to just doing fire roads.
Yeah.
How to, you think about, looking into the turn. Well, when you're in the dirt going slow on an ADV motorcycle, you going in that turn is a lot different motion.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're actually turning your handlebars, doing a counterbalance as you lean the motorcycle.
Yeah,
and those types of things.
You're not leaned into the turn like you would be on the street as much.
Correct.
You're leaning the opposite way to
Well,
put the bike.
if you imagine these, you see the baggers and stuff that do the slow speed figure eights.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing slow speed figure eights in the dirt
Yeah.
on these ADV motorcycles. You're not leaning over hitting the peg, so you're obviously having to do some sort of maneuvering to counterbalance and get the bike leaning without you necessarily leaning.
And those are types of skills that you don't need on the street. You don't use them very often.
They can translate to the street.
They can. Well, I mean, this is something that I think me and you have both agreed on. Anybody that ever wants to get better at riding, you take a training class, you do more, like, you can always be better.
Yeah.
There's always things that you can learn.
Well,
and something like this can help.
I would say even if, because I was talking to Zeke about this today, a class like this is good for even people that don't ever plan on buying a dirt bike. Because one of the things that you're not taught when you're taught how to ride a motorcycle is when you hit a slick spot in the road.
Yep.
How to deal with a bike sliding out. You know, when you go through advanced driver training, they deal with that. You don't deal with that in a motorcycle class.
No. Well, because there's no good, easy way to replicate that unless they wanted to wet the course on it.
And it's not necessarily safe.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it with overgrown dirt bikes and ADVs and stuff like that, those bikes are made to fall. Trust me. I have a whole lot of pictures of a couple of V-Stroms, Pan Americas, BMWs, all laying on the ground today.
But, you know, I think that's the thing, too, that people are afraid of taking that foray into the dirt because I don't want to fall. You know, we as street riders primarily.
Where we do the class at is in a large field that is softer ground.
Is it
so? You're not going to get hurt when you fall.
Yeah.
In theory, I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you fall, you might get hurt. That's just
first of all, it's not like you're falling on
concrete.
Well, you're not falling on concrete, but even then, you're not falling on a hard packed dirt where you could possibly hit a tree root or a rock or something like that.
It's a field.
This is literally a field of grass.
Yeah.
That today is a little soupy.
I mean, after the storms that we had last night, I'm not surprised.
So there's like, because where they had the training course at, Tellico, Plains, Tennessee, next weekend is the March Moto Madness, which we previously talked about on the podcast. They have some stuff already set up on the property. They've already gotten like their porta-johns and stuff delivered. Like half their porta-johns are laying on their side when I pulled in today. I wanted to take a picture and say we will rebuild, but I do want to say my condolences go out to
Taco Tuesday.
My condolences go out to the family of the 20 people in Mississippi.
23.
Is it 23 now?
I was listening to the radio before you got over here. 23.
Yeah. I will tell y'all now, I don't like storms like that. So I didn't sleep much last night. Me and Daniel talked about it. I was up when, at the same time that the storms were coming through, at Daniel's house. He said they were pretty bad. At my house, 2 miles away, I didn't see anything.
Yep, it was pretty bad over here.
When the tornado hit, the power poles that
on
were
Gun Barrel
100 yards from my house. No, power poles on East Spring Road. The power poles directly across the street from our apartment complex.
Yeah,
were snapped, but there wasn't even leaves on the ground in the apartment complex. It's almost like how it's situated.
I think where your apartment is, you have that hill right behind you.
Yeah, we're on the side of a hill because it breaks some wind.
I mean, if you look, my house is this. East west.
I can see a mountain right now that is 15 miles away.
Yes, we get hit by wind. Yeah. I mean, when the tornado came through, it did some damage over in my part of the neighborhood, which is less than 3 miles away from your apartment.
Yes, but like I said, my condolences to them. But the first thing I thought of when I saw the porta johns laying on the side was, "We will rebuild." I actually stood up one of the porta potties because it was in my way where I was trying to park the truck.
Well, I mean, eventually you got to use something.
There was other ones already standing up.
Oh, really?
But no, there was one. I was like, I want to park my truck and trailer there, so I stood the porta john up so I could park my truck and trailer. because I did go up with the big trailer and stuff like that for the shop. But it's one of those things that it's rather interesting. Hopefully he doesn't go too crazy. Getting out there and seeing that stuff. Being able to, for me, be a part. Obviously, I haven't been able to be a participant, but to be able to at least be a part of it and see it and see these people and see how they operate is really interesting, actually.
And, we do so much as watching off-road type work, and these guys going out here, learning something new. It's, you talk about somebody that comes and rides from the street. You really don't get that opportunity to slip, slide, fall, and practice doing that in a safe way.
There's a couple people out there today. It's their first time on dirt.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, but we have that. Every single time we do the class, there's people that is their first time on dirt. We had a guy that actually did our first class that lives in the Atlanta metropolitan area, that he's coming to the class we're doing in May because he doesn't have a whole lot of people down there to ride with. And for him, it's one of those things where he wants to do the class.
Yeah.
Because it gives him that opportunity to get out there and get more training, which is something you and I talk about.
Absolutely.
So, but what I was saying was, so we're doing 4 intermediate level classes, which is the quote unquote beginner for the ADV.
Well,
it's not a beginner course.
Like you said, you got to know how to ride.
Right.
You're not going to go out there if you don't know how to ride.
And then we're going to have 1 advanced course. So our advanced course, as far as my current knowledge, will be more like your obstacles. What do you do in the event of an obstacle? If you've ever been out riding in the woods, whether it was on an ATV, on a dirt bike, in a side-by-side, in a Jeep or whatever, you come across a log across the road. You know? If you're on an ATV or a Jeep or a side-by-side, sometimes you can crawl over it. Sometimes you have the equipment to pull the log out of the way. You don't have that many options on a dirt bike.
You either got to go around or over.
Right. So it's...
Unless you bring a chainsaw with you.
It teaches you. I was making the joke the other day about saying something to Sean about popping wheelies, and he's like, I hadn't popped no wheelie on my Pan America yet. And I was like, well, you just wait until you do that advanced training. And I was like, that's one of the things they're going to be talking about, is because you're going to have to hop over that log.
So for the purposes of this, Sean will be a attendee.
Sean was a partial attendee today. A partial instructor, partial attendee.
But the advanced class, he's going to be an attendee.
He will be an attendee.
Which I think is great, because that's something that your dealership here on the East Coast in this region is at the forefront of. Sean leading these dirt days and sponsoring or helping out with these type of events, bringing the Pan America to...
Yeah, and what was really cool, like Zeke, the instructor today, he had one of the, I guess, like another instructor, but this instructor was more, I don't know if you want to call it like an apprentice or an assistant instructor. Zeke was the lead instructor. Tobin was the other instructor that was with him, helping him out. And Tobin comes from a bicycle background.
Okay.
So talked a little bit about that. Zeke comes from a motorcycle background. And I've already briefly spoke to Zeke. Hopefully next week while I'm up there, me and him are going to sit down and actually record an episode.
Oh, that'll be fantastic.
Zeke loves motorcycles, period. He's a Harley guy at heart. His dad, when he was a kid, or maybe before he was a kid, he talked about it. His dad built like a full raked out like Harley chopper, like Easy Rider style bike and stuff like that. But Zeke loves them all. Now he rides a BMW GS, but he loves all bikes. We
Yeah.
were talking about different types of motorcycles. One of the big things for him, and one of the big things he really enjoys about teaching that stuff, is he loves bringing people to the sport of riding motorcycles,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a very big deal and a very good thing, because say you take someone that's already seasoned in the dirt. There's a lot of guys that are in their 20s and stuff like that, and even some that are still teenagers, that are heavily seasoned at riding in the dirt. They don't really know the road very well. They've been riding dirt bikes for years. Well, now you give them the opportunity to put them on a dual sport. They have to start learning the road stuff. But when they're out riding the track and ripping the woods, it's still a different skill set than what they're teaching you in this class. We had one of the guys that took the class today. He's been on several of Sean's ADV rides. He's got a dirt bike. He's got the Husqvarna Norden 901 right now.
Yep.
He had a BMW GS 1100. He took the class today. And he was like, oh, I'm exhausted. Like, it was tough.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this was someone that I looked at and I went, this guy has a lot of experience and time riding off-road. And then I'm seeing him do this, and I'm like, I know he's sitting there right now going, holy cow. I didn't know.
But, you know,
And I mean, he even dropped his bike. So, I mean, it was that thing. It's not.
And riding off-road is kind of one of those things. Doesn't matter how good you are, you're going to drop it at some point. You're going to get caught in something because you don't know what's coming up next, especially if you're trail riding, woods riding.
Guilty. I dropped the Pan America, actually.
And
in the woods.
Which, even better, it wasn't your Pan America.
It wasn't my Pan America.
That's true.
But I think that, you know, there's a purpose for these type of classes, and they really, you know, open a lot of people up to a certain type of riding that they may or may not do.
Well, and I think one of the biggest factors, too, with these classes, because I've talked to some people that haven't taken the classes, don't want to take the classes, those types of things. I understand that there's a financial cost that goes with it. There's a cost because these guys, they don't come out and teach for free.
Yeah.
There's a financial cost that is involved with paying the instructors. The property that it happens on in Tellico is rented, so there's a payment to use the property, those types of things. Get out of your own head and just go do it. There was a couple people out there that they were having such a hard time because they couldn't get out of their own head. They wanted to be so much in control of the motorcycle, and when you're in that type of environment, you can't. You have to let the motorcycle be very loose and kind of do what it wants to do, and you need to do with your body in a manner to allow that motorcycle to do what it wants to do, but it stay up at the same time.
But, you know, and like I said, it's a completely different mentality than street riding. Street
100%.
riding, you're in 100% control of what the bike does, where it goes, how it's controlled. Off-road, you're talking about undulating pavement, or not pavement, topography. You're going over rocks, you're going over sticks, going through mud, water. Your bike is going to react differently. It's going to move out from under you.
Yeah, well,
And
I mean, it's
you don't have that on the road.
It's one of those things
Hopefully.
like I saw today. Guys are coming through the field and they're rolling out of pace, and all of a sudden that rear tire just breaks loose. They don't drop it, but all of a sudden the bike goes,
Yeah.
and it's not a bogging down situation, but the bike does come to a stop, and the tire's rear wheel still spinning at the pace it was before you stopped.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, how do you overcome that? And I saw guys out there just, not going anywhere.
Well, you're just going to dig yourself in. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's a whole different type of riding technique. And like we both said, more training, more experience is never going to be a bad thing. So if you're afraid of going to one of these classes, if you want to go off-road, doing one of these classes is going to be something that really helps you as a rider, and it's going to open your mind to different things.
Like I was saying, I think it would help anybody as a rider. I think, if you can borrow a bike and go take one of these classes somewhere, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to open up. I was walking around taking photos.
Yeah.
I wasn't participating in class. I was media. And when I left the shop on my motorcycle to go home, I was thinking about a lot of the things that they talked about as I went in corners, starting to kind of pay attention. Stuff that they were doing on dirt, on ADV motorcycles, and I was translating to the street on a street bike.
Riding's universal. In the end, all the skills that you learn can get put to what you're doing that day or how you're riding. And in the grand scheme of things, all we want is for most people to be better riders.
Well, and in the end, too, when the apocalypse happens, you're going to have ADVs. You're not going to be able to get around on the road everywhere.
You think I won't throw knobbies on the Valkyrie?
That would be fine with me.
Nice.
I wouldn't say no. You need a taller front fender, though.
I do. Yes.
Otherwise, like, mud's going to try and cake in there, and that front tire's going to
just take it. I'm just going to take it off.
That would work, too.
Just take it off completely, not have to worry about it. Off-road ZRX.
I'm sure there's some of those out there.
I bet you there is one. But no, I think it's great. You know, you guys at White Lightning are going to be having multiple of these events. Obviously, March Moto Madness is going to be next week.
Yep.
So, you know, what do we look forward to from Harley Davidson, White Lightning Harley Davidson, as off-road events, ADV riding events? I know you guys have worked on quite a few.
So we've already had one training class. Like I said, we have 4 more this year, 3 intermediate, 1 advanced. We have March Moto Madness next week that we're partnered with. We have Loretta Lynn's Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival. You'll hear me sometimes refer to it as TMMR or Timmer, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, which is an old school motorcycle rally, but anybody that knows dirt bike stuff knows the name Loretta Lynn's Ranch already because they hold some of the world championship races there.
Yep.
They have a racetrack there. But they have a lot of off-road riding there too. So we're partnered up with a couple other dealers, including the Harley Davidson Motor Company itself, where they're going to be doing what they call the Pan America Experience. Now, you don't have to be on a Pan America, but you're going to be able to go out and demo Pan Americas, and there's going to be led off-road rides like Sean's Dirt Days.
Yeah.
While we're going to be out there for Loretta Lynn's. And then I don't know, I think it's locked in, but I mean, when I know for sure, I'll be like, yes. But as far as I know right now, the LTAR, which stands for Let's Take a Ride event, which is a Tennessee-based organization, that will be happening in October at the same piece of property where March Moto Madness happens at in Tellico Plains, Tennessee. I would encourage, honestly, anybody that's in this area that wants to see some cool stuff. Next Saturday, April 1st, go up to Tellico Plains. I'll give you the address. It's 801 Steer Creek Road, and that steer is in Steer. But 801 Steer Creek Road for March Moto Madness. There is a gate fee. Day pass, I think, is $25. But it gets you in the gate. And on Saturday, they'll have their hill climb and they'll have their trials course and all that other stuff like that. And to see these guys put these, I mean, the bikes that you go, oh, that's the doctor that lives down the road. Oh, that's the lawyer that I see his bike in the parking garage every day, never gets dirty. You see these guys putting those bikes through their paces. I mean, riding them like they're YZ250s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, holy cow.
And you know what? That's the cool part about it. So if you've never been to an event like that, you need to go. You need to see the way that these guys handle these big bikes. You talk GS 1250s, Pan Americas, Tiger
Super
1200s,
Tenaries.
Super Tenaries, like big bikes that you think would not have the capabilities that they do.
Oh, yeah.
They ride them like they're small dirt bikes.
Well, and there's people there walking around that you're like, Oh, I don't know who that guy is. So one of the guys that's there is a BMW GS trophy winner, which, for anybody that doesn't understand that, think Dakar Rally, but done on BMW GS.
Yep.
So it's like, I mean, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, this is somebody that got paid just to go out and ride a BMW GS.
You know, I'd really hate if I was in that position.
Really hate
That would be terrible.
So, but that guy is going to be there this year on his Pan America.
Well, we'll see how he does.
I'm not sure who's doing something right, whether it's Harley Davidson or whether it's White Lightning.
I mean,
I think it's a mix of both.
I would say at this point it is a mix of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy too, just to clarify, that guy, he did get his Pan America from us. He does have friends in this area. He knows this area. He was already coming to March Moto Madness before he ever got hooked up with White Lightning. Last year, he did ride a Pan America at the event that was owned by the dealership. He was sponsored by the dealership for March Moto Madness last year, and that was kind of one of those things where it's like, let's take this BMW trophy rider and put him on a Pan America so he's riding around so everybody, and that was the thing. People there that are in that know who he was. So like, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, he's riding the Pan America. Oh, the Pan America. Oh, the Pan America. Oh, the Pan America. I mean, I'm literally just walking through these groups of people
Talking
listening,
about the Pan America.
like they're not even close to it. Now I hear them go, oh, I can't wait to see what the Pan America does. Oh man, did you see that Pan America do the barrel race? Oh man, that Pan America is going to kill on the hill climb. Just those types of things.
There's a reason why the Pan America, for the first and second year that it was produced, outsold the GS.
So, I mean, it's a awesome motorcycle. I can't wait to see what happens in the future with it. For those of you that are GS fans, not Pan America fans, don't be mad about the Pan America, because what has the Pan America done for the GS? Made BMW go, uh-oh, we need to do something different. We've been doing the same thing for the past several years.
Well, and, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's just opened it up to more people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, if Harley Davidson is deciding to do an off-road motorcycle, an ADV bike,
Yep.
maybe this is something we need to pay attention to.
Well,
And-
also, if you're licensed and you come up that Saturday, Harley Davidson will be there. The motor company itself will be there with the demo truck with Pan Americas on it, so you can test ride a Pan America. And if you're like, it's too big of a bike for me, okay, Yamaha will be there with a whole bunch of T7s for people to test ride. So I'm going to test ride a T7. Now I'm going to say this. If you go, you know what, that's a good idea. Let's go over there Saturday. I want to ride the Pan America, or I want to ride the Yamaha. You better get there early, because Saturday last year at like 9:30, they already had all their bookings for the day.
Oh, wow.
I'd imagine they go quick.
So I'm going to do it Thursday. It's kind of dead Thursday, and it's kind of like, so last year there was about 800 people. So we'll say based on the 800 people total attendees. On Thursday, it's probably about 400. Friday's probably about 600, and Saturday's probably about 800. Now, in that 800 on Saturday, you have that 600 from Friday.
Yeah.
Because what you end up having is the people that are coming in, because this event draws people from all over the country. Actually, it draws people from all over the world. Last year, there was people with Argentinian license plates and Brazil license plates and all over South America and stuff like that. It's a lot bigger than what it's like. It's hard to wrap your head around that fact.
You know, you think about it, just some small event here in Tennessee, yet you're getting worldwide attendees.
Correct.
That's a huge deal.
So you have those people, though, that come. Like, there's Zeke is there for the rally. He's from Oklahoma. He's not going home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would be the point going home for a day?
Yeah, he's just going to
or
stay.
two? So, and you have those people. When we were up there today, there was actually a couple campers that were already on property. And those are people that they might know the property owner, and they're going to be attending March Moto Madness. So they're like, and they're semi-local. So let's just go ahead and go get set up. So you have those people that come in from all over the country that'll be there. Basically, they'll come in Wednesday. They'll be there for Thursday. Those guys that are semi-local that aren't going to take off work on Thursday, that might take off work on Friday, they'll come in on Friday morning, and they'll be there for Friday, Saturday. And then you have the local guys that aren't taking off work at all. They're just going to be there for Saturday and stuff like that, which still is a good amount of people. So,
events like this are great. I think they need to get more notoriety than they do, because I feel like off-road events typically they cater to a certain type of rider, and I don't think that should be the case.
No.
If you are a motorcycle rider, you should look at all of these events. Look, if they're local, you should go.
We talked about it last year. I pulled into this off-road event last year on Saturday morning on my street glide, and I was like, people are going to be like, the devil just got here.
That's not the case.
And I was bum rushed by people asking me questions about their motorcycle, because a lot of these guys, what I experienced was like talking to Zeke. He's got experience with Harley Davidson. He has a huge passion for that brand. A lot of guys were coming up to me going, oh, I got a fat boy in the garage, or oh man, I had a soft tail and I wanted something different, so I got this bike and stuff like that. And keep in mind too, it's not just big ADVs. Last year when I was there, I saw a lot of KLRs, DRs, and XRs up there.
Yep.
And then there are a lot of other stuff like DRZs, CRF 450 RLs, those types of things. I think this year there might be a pretty decent amount of CRF 300s out there too. Mm-hmm. Possibly some KLX.
Yep.
New KLX 300s. So.
Well, it brings all kinds of people in, which is good.
Yeah.
And, in the grand scheme of things, what we really hope for, and what anybody does with these type of events, is bring more riders into being involved.
The biggest thing I'll be interested, though, in to see is last year, 6 or 7 Pan Americas.
I got to say, it's probably going to be more.
I'm interested to see how many Pan Americas are this year.
I mean,
because I bet you there's people that were there from other parts of the country last year that bought bikes, and they're going again this year.
Yep.
And they got their Pan America.
Why not? Why wouldn't they? I mean, you guys did a good showing last year. You brought the Pan Americas out there. A lot of people saw what they could do, because, I mean, you were still talking about the infancy of the Pan America. Mm-hmm. It was new to the market for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was for a lot of people, that was their first time seeing a Pan America. Yeah. Let alone they see a Pan American in the dirt, getting dirty, flipping upside down in a waste pit.
Hey, look, gotta do what you gotta do, right? ADV. It's an adventure bike.
ADV. No, we got to come up with a better slogan for that. Can't just say ADV. It's an adventure bike.
It's a waste pit bike.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.